We do see on Dimaga's side that a spire is coming down. Look at this saturation on this mineral line. Very good saturation there. And again, another probe coming out here down below, trying to just check and see what is happening here. We do have observers now finally out, and it looks like Dimaga looking to take this expansion up here as well. We do see Dimaga also up here, kind of just keeping an eye out on this expansion, seeing if Socke will fly something in there to expand with. And again, observers, very good use of observers here. Nothing here to even see this observer, so Socke is getting a really good idea of what's going on. And one lone Zergling getting in there. And just seeing what's in here. He does see all these buildings in here. Does see all the tech that's coming in. We do have a total of 4 gateways now for Socke, and Socke just kind of building up. We do see a Colossi out as well. The Zealot taking care of that Zergling. We do see Corruptors coming out. Now, Corruptors, as some of you may know, are really good against these Colossi. And Dimaga, knowing that Colossi are coming out, decides to build a good bunch of them to counter these Colossi, because nothing here, minus the Stalkers, of course, are going to be taking out any of those Corruptors. Because they're the... well, the sentries are there, too. I didn't see those. But they do have that observer there taking out the creep. And Socke expanding out to this area as well, as Dimaga's expanding out to this side. And just playing cat and mouse here, just bringing in his units, taking them out. I do see bringing those spine crawlers out a little bit, just to lay on the hurt a little bit here once coming up the ramp. Of course, Socke does see that, decides not to go in full tilter here yet, and the creep is slowly coming back up into Dimaga's base here. And we do see also that psionic storms being researched, so that means Templars, High Templars that is. And you know how I am about storms. I just love storms. But of course, they're going to need the energy for it, which of course he's spawning a few in early just to get them ready for when Dimaga starts to attack. And another scout Zergling coming in just to harass more Zerglings. Oh! I spoke too soon. Look at this. The might of Dimaga's fleet coming in, getting ready to go full-on attack here. And so begins the Battle Royale, as we see storms coming down on the back end with those nice force fields there, blocking off a lot of the attacks here. Spawning in more units here, and those, as we saw, those Colossi going down pretty fast to those Corruptors. And those Corruptors forced to fall back, and Socke's forces just being too much for this, and for Hydralisks alive as well here. So we do see an Archon being formed, and of course that is generally used because of running out of energy on a High Templar. They like to fuse together, give them a lot of shielding there. They're kind of like tanks in a way, being able to absorb a lot of that damage and being focus fired down. And we do have 2 more Templars in that group. Starting to saturate this mineral line, Dimaga bringing up all of his units, kind of knowing that something's going to be coming up this way. And we do see that observer seeing all of this, so Socke is prepared, and he starts coming up the hill, bringing in those spine crawlers. I'm not sure if those spine crawlers are going to get down in time. It does not look like those spine crawlers are going to be any use today here, and it looks like Socke's starting to attack the expansion here, but Dimaga coming in with his Corruptors. Of course, those Corruptors not doing a whole lot, just putting corruption down, and putting those force fields down and backing up strategically here. Forcing on the ramp. Storm's coming down on the ramp here, forcing Dimaga to pull back a little bit in that force field. Just kind of being in a good spot there. Killing those Corruptors with the Stalkers and the Sentries. And burrowing. As we see, Dimaga does have the burrow movement ability on his roaches. And this is very good placement here on that pylon, just to see what's coming around here as well. And we see Dimaga's forces, all these roaches. Look at these mass amount of roaches just coming down. And just kind of underground here, just waiting. And this observer, of course, seeing all of this. bringing these spine crawlers out, but that's not looking... Well, we don't know. Of course, Socke does see all of this happening. He does see all these ground units here, and Socke is coming in behind these weeds. Coming in... Oh, here we go! Storm's coming down! Look at the HP go down on those roaches. Roaches going down underground. Of course, this observer is seeing all of this. And we start them... More storms coming down here for Socke here as he starts taking out these creep colonies, or spine crawlers rather. And we just see he has the concave here. Always a good move here with the concave. And more storms coming down, forcing Dimaga's hand back. And again, all we have is these corruptors and a good bunch of roaches. These roaches can take a really good hit, but as we see here, just a big ball against a big ball right now. As more units, more Templar coming down. Will we see a storm come down from this Templar? I'm really hoping so. I love seeing those storms. That's storms! Yes, storms, and forcing Dimaga to pull back yet again, putting him down under the ground, and now Socke can't see that. I'm not sure where that observer is, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I think because Socke is, of course, pulling back. And it looks like we're starting to saturate this expansion down here now as well. Trying to get more money, and in comes Socke's forces coming and following down to this expansion here. And Dimaga coming down from the north, trying to get this, but I think this expansion will just follow that. This expansion will be going down. Yeah, that expansion goes down. And just taking out anything, all those gold minerals dying with them. Oh, that's going to be a shame for Dimaga. And Dimaga's force is getting smaller and smaller by the second here as those storms come down. And this Colossi just... Oh, Colossus goes down. These Hydralisks definitely dealing some damage there. And again, this observer here just kind of being able to go in and see all those forces down on the ground, and Mortal just kind of falling back and, hey, help me guys, and these stalkers coming in and decimating this ground force here. And Socke probably could have really hit the nail in the coffin here and just gone up for this expansion. Which maybe he's listening to me and is going to be going up there. Dimaga doesn't... Oh! Even before Socke gets to go up there, Dimaga with the GG. So we saw some really slow opening game here. We did see a little aggression just with the Zealots coming up from Socke's base up to Dimaga's base. But again, pretty slow beginning. Mid-game to end-game really got action-packed, just back and forth between both sides. Of course, Socke showing superiority here with his units and just pushing in on Dimaga. So good game played by both, and we'll get game 2 up very soon. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.